CATV is proudly presented by Toyota.
Was it a happy side you came into, even though they'd lost in England 3-0?
Yeah, it was a happy side. The confidence in the guys was right up, and you could feel the difference in the change room as well. Just that positive attitude.
And is that down to the new coach or the captain or a combination of the two?
I think it was a bit of a combination. Obviously, Darren bringing in his own coaching philosophies and obviously being around the game, and I think it was just bringing back that fun into the game. It's something that he's mentioned, and being able to have a beer after the game or after a day where someone's done really well and not stress, like just really enjoy the moment. So I think that's probably been one of the big keys to everyone's happiness and their success on the field.
It hasn't always been rosy for Mitchell Johnson or the Australian cricket team. What's happened?
I guess just being able to relax more and just believe in my own ability. Just getting away from the game has been a big factor. It's just being able to freshen up and mentally and physically. Having the support, a family there. Jess and Rubika, having her in our lives now has been a big thing. It just really puts a perspective on life, and it's not the end of the day if you have a bad day out in the field. I can come home and see her smiling little face, and it puts a smile on my face and lightens the mood. So yeah, to have their support here and throughout the good times and the bad times, it does make a difference.
I was reading that Mitchell Johnson did some training a couple of years ago with the Special Air Service group, and particularly one guy, Ben Roberts-Smith, a VC winner.
He's a great man. Him and Mark Donaldson came to a one-day game in Brisbane, I think it was, and just had a bit of a night out with the boys, and I got his number. I don't normally do things like that. I'm a little bit sort of stand-backish, but I just thought there was an opportunity to maybe catch up with him and have a chat. So got back to Perth and a little bit down the track, caught up with him, had lunch with him and just talked about normal things, and then got onto a bit about cricket, a bit about the media side of things. That was just, it was really good for me just to sit down with someone like that and just sort of get an idea of what his thoughts were on things, and I had the opportunity to go out and do a little bit of training as well. So I won't go into detail about that, but I mean that day was quite fun, and just being able to sit there and chat to a hero, yeah, it was an amazing experience.
So that training, that mental improvement that you've made, obviously helps you when you've got to deal with people like the Barmy Army. Mitchell Johnson, he bowls to the left, he bowls to the right. His bowling is, well, I'll say not all right, but they don't quite use those words.
Yeah.
Has that sort of training really helped you to deal with that aspect of the game? Yeah,
it's definitely been a part of it, but also I guess for me it's having the belief in my own ability that's made me become mentally stronger and not listen to things that have been said, whether it's in the media, whether it's a fan, whether it's the Barmy Army. I think a good example was the one-day series. I was quite nervous going over there, knowing that I was going to cop a fair bit. So, which is natural, those experiences definitely do impact. But I knew in the back of my mind that I'd done all the training, done all the work. I knew that I was ready for it and prepared for it, so I knew what to expect. Whereas the first time going there, I just didn't know what to expect and copped it from day one. So it was a good indicator that I could handle it. I copped it throughout that one-day series, and I had a bit of fun with it at times, and sometimes I just ignored it. So they've been pretty quiet through this summer.
It seems to me like you're using it almost to your advantage these days. I saw you, and even Michael Clark, I think the other day, just put the fingers up there one stage, bit of a shh down to bay 13.
Yeah, I don't mind giving it back a little bit, but I guess for me, I think in the past my emotions do get in the way of my performances at times, and there was another example against Kevin Peterson when he pulled away, and I threw the ball down the wicket, which I probably shouldn't have done, but yeah, look, it definitely fired me up, and in those times in the past, I've probably let it get to me, and my performances have gone down. So
the fire's there, but the control's there. Has that just been something you've worked on, or are there people who've helped you out with that?
Yeah, I mean, that was something that I really wanted to work on, and being away from the game, I had the opportunity to work on that. And I knew that was the case when I was playing as well, but it just didn't have that chance. You know, you're on the road, you have a training session, then you have a game, then you have a travel day. You can't fit everything in, so I knew that I needed to work on a few things, and I did. You know, I went back to Perth and had an off-season there, which was nice, and you know, I worked with Dennis Lee, which has been well documented. You know, being able to work with a legend of the game, and he definitely knows what he's talking about. He's been a big part.
What's it like bowling with Ryan Harris and Peter Siddle? It looks to me like the three of you have formed a really good bowling attack.
Yeah, unbelievable. I love bowling with those guys, and that was something I was really excited to happen during this series, was to bowl with them. And even Nathan Lyon, you know, to work with a quality spinner. You know, he's done an exceptional job, but yeah, to be able to bowl with Ryan, he sent me a text. I think it was before the Ashes had been selected, the team had been selected, and was wanting to know if I was in or not. So he was really keen to get me in. And you look at him and what he's gone through, and to be out there, he works so hard, and I just find him an inspiration. And we all do compliment each other. You know, when it hasn't been going right, you know, someone's been able to step up and do the job.
And what do you get the most enjoyment from the game? Taking a big wicket, or making some useful runs, as you did at the Gabba, or taking a catch? What gives you the biggest thrill?
Personally, I guess when there's situations in the game where it's just nothing's happening, and I can come on and make a bit of an impact. When you can break the game open, and then you can feel it in the team. Everyone gets right into it, and you know, the fielding side just steps up another gear, and your partner at the other end, whether it's Rhino or it's Sids or Lino, you know, it's just, you can just get that feeling. It's a great feeling.
Knocks him over with pace, real pace. Mitchell Johnson's on fire.
31 wickets in the series so far, game to go. What's Mitchell Johnson going to end up with, 40?
Not sure.
40?
Oh, not sure. Look, I'm quite surprised at 31 wickets, to be honest. It's been magical. I've really enjoyed it. It's been so much fun to be in an Ashes series, to win an Ashes series. But yeah, to have 31 wickets is something I never would have thought of.
Another stellar performance from Mitchell Johnson. It's been thrilling. Never mind this, he bowls to the left, he bowls to the right. Mitchell Johnson can bowl all right.